Previously, we set out all our forms for the foundation, laid the gravel, prepared all the rebar cages, and then mixed 6 tonnes of concrete, filled it all in, and by the end of the day, we got it all completed.
This is what we need, this Makita Twizzler. But look at the price. 1,145.77. Hence we've got the €10 Twizzle stick.
We're cheapskates. Hi, we're Ian and Julie. Follow us on our tiny homestead and our debt-free project of a lifetime, the building of our home here in the Pyrenees, and all of this alongside our full-time jobs. Hi there, welcome back to the build here in the French Pyrenees. We got this foundation done, we beat the storm that was rolling in. Unfortunately, the storm stayed with us for a couple of days, so we took advantage of that time off. One, to recover, because we were totally wiped out after this. I stripped out Tyson's stable and got a few chores done in the barn. Ian was in the other barn working on the rally car. And we're now back on site today, only for a short period of time today, because we have a huge storm rolling in. 22 degrees today, ridiculously warm, with lots of snow on the mountain. So we're against the time today. Let's get on with this work.
And these aren't our dogs. These are stray dogs. Julie's just phoned the owner. Luckily they've got the number on the collar, so the owner's just about to come and get them. I think because the wind is blowing open all gates and everything.
Hello, Gillies,
they'll be gone soon. Right, now the owner's gone and picked up those dogs, we can get on with the small jobs we need to do before this rain comes in. I've put these blocks here temporarily, just to see what they look like. And we were, at this section, only going to go up 4 blocks. One of these blocks is going to be underground anyway, so the level will be about here. But looking at here, we're going to go up another block. And that's just to allow a bit more flat area just here, and we think it looks a bit better. The other thing we've done, we've sort of measured out near enough where the house is going to be. Now we have to have the house as close to this wall as possible, because there is an imaginary line, well it's not imaginary, but it's a hidden boundary from this build plot to our other land just down there, and that's agricultural land, and we're not allowed to build within 3 meters of that boundary line, hence digging out this bank here to be able to get all of those measurements in. It's not a square plot, the line is diagonal, and yeah, it's, without looking at it on the plan, it looks like, oh, you'll be able to fit everything in there, but it is really, really close. But digging this out has allowed us an extra meter. So we are now going to position the house 1.5 meters from this wall. That'll give a nice pathway, a nice sort of light coming in as well. So doing this has allowed us to do all that measurement and setting out. One more thing that this has shown us is I'm about 1.5 meters short on the foundations. I need to bring this wall back to around here to then do a return. Because we've also brought the house back this way. So I'm going to dig out this section here, put some more forms in, drill in some more rebar, and put in another 1.5 meters this end. And at the same time, we're going to do the steps the other end.
We unravelled our French drainage pipe, this yellow pipe, just to straighten it out and get all the kinks out while it's nice and warm, but also just to check if we had enough before we needed to go and get more, and we've got plenty. So this yellow pipe, that will go the other side of this wall, ready for doing the French drain.
A little job that I've been putting off is basically increasing the height of this manhole here. Now it is not for water, and I mistakenly put a water one in there, so it is not filling up with water, but water's getting in there. This is my cables and my water pipe from the garage, and this is what will feed the house or connect the house and the garage together. So I'm going to drill a couple of holes in there just for drainage, add this second one up to bring the height, because I want to get rid of all this lump here, and there's another lump over there. So I want to flatten all of this off, so I may as well bring this level up before we start the foundation digging of the house. So it's really just to tidy all this area up, raise this to near enough the finish level, and then we get another good idea of where we are, because with all these slopes it's really hard to picture when we're sort of setting out. Well, there's all my holes, but the water isn't going very quickly, but it's somewhere to go anyway. But as I said, this is my mains cable to go between the garage and the house, my water to supply the garage with water, and I've got this extra, you know, for either Ethernet or something like that. So our level is going to be just above this first block all the way around. I didn't think we would actually get anything done today because of this supposedly rain. It is trying to start, but just with a skid steer I've managed to dig out this side of the bank. Yeah, it's a bit loose, but the quicker I can do it the better. So tomorrow when it's all nice and sunny, I'll get the mini digger in, dig out this trench here for the foundation, and extend this about 1.5 meters, maybe to 2 meters. And get the rebar in and get the concrete in there as soon as possible, and yeah, we can finish off the wall, because I do want to put a slight return in, just one, maybe 1.5 blocks just here, and that'll give it some rigidity, and then we will carry on the wall, but a much smaller wall all the way around the rest of the bank. Well, when I was putting this away last night, as I twisted round, I got another stone caught. I don't know whether there's an issue or not with this wheel, but my track just keeps coming off. So I've got it down to a T now, though. I won't have to go too high here. Okay, that's off. Now just to release the grease again. Getting through quite a bit of grease, but I bought some more yesterday. There, he's gone slack there. So now just push this back and all the grease squidges out. There, he's back on there. This is the only trouble. It's all gone down in there. I think that'll be enough.
Started putting all our concrete blocks behind the digger here, and then he realised, damn, I'm not going to be able to move anywhere, I'm blocked in. So just been and got Old Faithful, our Delix dumper. So he's going to pick them up with his digger here. He's changed the bucket end over, and I'm just going to move all this out the way just so that we're not on top of everything again. just done a quick measurement of where Ian's digging out. We need to be 3 blocks, and each block's 50 centimetres, so that's 150. We've measured 190, so we've gone enough so that Ian's got enough space to do another block as a return. So what he's just doing now behind me, we're just going to clean out that little trench and get it all tidied up before we can start planning boards and putting boards to fit. All the soil that Ian's been digging out from that mini footing that we need to extend, we've been taking it over to the bank, building a bank up. I'll show you that in a moment, but in the meantime, this is our horrible pile of bits of concrete block, bits of road tarmac, whatever they use to build the bank up, we've unearthed whilst digging our footings out. So we're just in the process of clearing this area. So that's our lump of soil that we've managed to accumulate. We have been moving it. We put quite a bit here, coming down this slopey drive. All these levels, they do have to be made up still. This is still just for working on, not a final level. But over here where we built the gabion walls, we're going to put all the soil from over there. That's all coming across here just to bring the height up, because it does slope down quite a lot, just so that we've got some usable space up here. And Julie's plan is to plant a few fruit trees. I'd like a couple of apples along here and a few, I don't know, maybe a couple of apricots. We'll see. Guys, give us some suggestions what to do with this monstrous rock. We keep moving it from one place to another. It's too nice to just bury. I do need to do something with it. Please give me some hints and tips in the comments.
Well, it's come to the stage where I can't get down with the machine. My skid steer track is constantly coming off, so I've got to get that repaired. So
You stuck me in the hole with a spade.
yeah, we don't have to get too much out. This is pretty solid earth down here. It's not made up at all.
No, very compact.
But it will take some effort.
Project steps. We started with a Chinese mini digger. Then it was me with the spade in the hole. It's come down to Ian and a pickaxe now. Oh, the tiniest space, and we pooped.
We'll be all right.
We're getting there.
I'm not even going to form this. I'm just going to pour concrete in here. Rebar and concrete. We got all of this. This is all our backfill from the driveway here. So I'm trying not to disturb that. But this is where sort of our steps is going to be. So we should be all right. But I think we're just going to tidy up now.
It's getting dark. The dogs have been in their basket for the last hour and a half. They've given up on us. And Ian's asking what's for tea.
Oh no, so we will see you in the morning.
See you in the morning, everybody. Hey, good boy. We're back. It's the next morning.
It's roasting.
It's absolutely roasting up here today.
Ridiculous. We go from like 0 degrees. It must be about 20 in the sun.
Oh, it feels hotter than that. I'm sweating.
We're just taking off these front forms. It's going to be impossible to take that rear one off, because what has happened, the concrete we vibrated in has gone underneath the form. So here you can see there's quite a big step, and it's basically concreted the boards in. But that's why we probably had a little bit more concrete than we had originally planned. So there's probably an extra 5 centimetre each side. So that's quite a lot in volume. So we're going to get rid of these, and then I'm going to just form this little tiny bit here, put some rebar in, and this one's ready to go. I'm using the dugout as the form. It's about 35 deep. It's not as wide here, but as I said yesterday, this is going to be the step. So this is going to be one big chunk of concrete in between these two.
So this morning I'm just coming along clearing the soil from the boards, and hopefully that's helping Ian actually get down to the bits of rebar to try and release these boards.
Out.
Oh, that one came off better.
Only because I pre-prepared it, so. So I'll struggle.
I know.
If we can use these boards somewhere else.
These daft dogs. We've made another concrete pile, and they're just obsessed. They've been here for over an hour now, thinking there's a mouse in there. We're fed up of trailing mud everywhere inside the garage. We've invested in little oldie slippers. Look at us.
I'm not invested, mine are old.
Hey. We're such trendsetters, Ridey. Just after lunch, so it's a quick trip to the quarry for some 20/40, just to fill out that little footing that you just saw me and Ian dig out and prepare.
Right, last thing I'm going to do tonight before the sun disappears, I'm just going to drill in 3 holes, and this will be basically carrying on the rebar. So these cages will be able to sit on the top. I can't do the bottom one because it's below the flat bit basically, but yeah, we'll still have 6 lengths of rebar here, and I'm just going to drill these ones and the other end just so I don't forget in the morning. Hey, you ready to go home? A few hours up here and you're all tired out, aren't you? Yeah? Good lad. We'll be off now. So rebar in tomorrow. So all the forms, we dug quite deep, so I had to put some sacrificial forms underneath. We filled the level bottom with gravel and also the back with gravel. So yeah, bit of rebar and we should be set for concrete again. So we'll hopefully get that done this week. Right, that's it for tonight. We'll see you in the morning. Hopefully it'll be another nice day tomorrow and we'll be able to get all this done. I'll be glad to get out of these holes and onto some of this block of bonche, the blocks, because that goes really quickly. It's so much more satisfying doing the wall because you can get it up near enough in a day and a half. Then you've got to fill it full of concrete, but I have an idea for that. See you tomorrow.
Are you ready for breakfast? Hey.
Let's get rid of these boards now they're dried out. And then to bring the rake and shovel out, we can level all of this here, level to the forms.
Yeah, okay. just raking all this excess soil level from down the bottom where we dug out the foundations. It's always been in the plan to raise this level up, but we couldn't do anything until we actually got soil. So I'm working my way across, but we've stopped at this point because, as Ian mentioned earlier, we had a problem with the water pump. So we've been sorted that, and we need to form some form of a box for the new water pump. Hence, I'm just keeping to this line to leave that area free for Ian to build his box. One day, this will be a raised garden for my veggies. I'm getting closer to my goal.
So a couple of things we did sort of off camera. I repaired the skid steer. Basically, I had the track come off 4 times in one go. I was just getting fed up with it. And basically, this small back wheel here had too much movement on the right-hand side. So when I did a left-hand turn and that pulled out to the right, the track just came off. So I found a couple of washers in the workshop there, put them on, and all day yesterday we cleared this huge lump of soil that was here, and I've put it up top of where the raised beds are going to go. So that was a good 2 hours of backwards and forwards, all the time taking a full bucket of soil and taking that turn at the bottom. The track didn't come off at all. So really chuffed that I managed to fix that, and we're really pleased we got this whole area totally clean and flat, ready for the concrete. We had planned to get all the concrete done in this video. Julie was going to go to the quarry this morning, get some more aggregate, and I was going to set up really early. But yesterday, I don't know whether you noticed, at the moment we only have the one little dog, little Freya, who's busily digging away. But little Floki seemed to, he looked like he got tired yesterday afternoon, and we just put it down to him running around and all the rest of it. But they've been over down there in the cow field with the really long grass, and we think because he was basically hopping over the tufts of grass, he's gone over on his shoulder and pulled a muscle. And oh my goodness, last night it was like he was on death's door and having his last breath. I was getting ready to give him CPR and everything all night. We hardly slept last night because he was crying. We thought it was something internally.
I thought he'd eaten poison.
Or something like that. And so we took him to the vet straight away this morning. Julie took him to the vet, but she did a full check on him, blood samples and all the rest of it. And it looks like he's pulled a muscle in his neck because one way he squeals. Oh. So that put a stop to us getting all the aggregate and everything today. And really we're just going to tidy up, get the rebar all done. We've tidied up the site like I just said, and
Floki's at home on bed rest, and his loving little sister is back in the cow field looking for moles.
Oh, no. Right, so let's get this rebar done. Julie's doing the twizzling. I thought I'll get this one in here. So first things first, because I haven't got any formwork around this area, I need some level pegs. So I'm just going to go off this one, which is perfectly level, and just tap in a couple of pegs. Let's go for that. Julie's just done all of the twizzling on the other side. Just a couple more pieces to put in and that's finished. I'm just finishing off this one.
So all that horrible twizzling is finished now in this form. Ian's got the rebar connecting through into the existing footing here now. And oh, hello Freya. So it's totally solid now, ready for concrete. Ian's just double checking the levels. He says he has to raise it because that's where I sat on it. The cheek of him.
Yeah. Ooh,
I sat on that one as well.
Oh, I can see. Oh, I've got a spider. We're having a few issues with this water pump. It basically just loses all suction, and when we didn't mention it, but when we did the concrete the other day, I lost this for about an hour trying to get it to work. So we were so worried that we weren't going to have any water for the mixes. So we've gone out and bought a pressurized water pump, the one with a little tank, and we're going to try and install that before we do that other concrete over there. So I just wanted to make sure it's just not coming. It means I have to prime it every time, and it's not 100% guaranteed that the water will come straight up. So it's a bit of a pain.
The mini diggers had to come out. We've tried digging the old pump out, and yeah, I think we cemented a concrete block in there, and doing it by hand just isn't working. Just go to that way a little bit, to the left, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you did it.
See, quick little jobs. Out 10 minutes, that big concrete lump all gone. This little machine is well worth it. Good morning, back on site. All the hunters are all parked up in the car park with all their dogs. So we're just trying to keep, where is she, little Frey, away from them. But it's one of those jobs that was small, but now has turned into a major task. So the water pump just here is now all working perfectly, but cheap plastic end for this water pipe has just sort of, there was a tiny hole in it, but as soon as I twisted it on, it just tore off. It means I thought we'd put a tube in all the way to the water tank, but we haven't, or we're looking for it now.
We don't know. I'm digging to search for it.
It didn't take Julie long. We found it.
We just put in some black tape around the hole where the water pipe that we've just installed is, just to protect everything.
Stop any of these little snails getting in. Look at them all.
Honestly, this tube is full of snails.
Well, I think we're finished for now. I've put some blocks around the bottom here. There's a double row of blocks. There's gravel in the bottom as well, because this plastic, I was hoping to use the plastic box, but it's rubbish. So I've just cut it up and just using it as a bit of waterproofing, and we'll build up on the blocks and do some sort of roof on the top here. So tomorrow or Monday, I'll bring the skid steer up and fill all that in and get it all nice and level. But I think that'll be it for today and for this video. We'll be back next week, hopefully concreting, getting all that finished off and starting that block of bonche. So give us that Julie's cheeky thumbs up, hit that subscribe. We're nearly at 33, so come on, a couple more and we'll be, yay! We'll see you next week. Bye.